Alrighty, welcome in NRL Picks and Preview. Back with you for another week on the Play by Play podcast. Jordan Hughes with you alongside.
King!
A bit of extra juice in that one, wasn't there?
Oh, it's been a while. Missed last week, but the juice is back.
I know you're a busy man, aren't you?
It's great. You're busy. I'm busy. It's been a busy month.
It has been, but that's good. Grateful.
Grateful we're so busy
Yep.
with things going on. And how have you been, my friend?
Very well, mate. Very well. We're going okay. We're finding some winners for the people. Last week
We are.
was reasonably good, I think. I haven't checked the numbers, but I think it will.
Fairly well across the park. I think there's a few upsets, like the Broncos losing and the Titans beating the Warriors.
Yeah, that got us.
Wow, going on.
Yeah, literally. Last night, of course, the Storm just getting home over the Eels. Thoughts on that?
Good work, the Eels. They're a different team with Moses, aren't they?
Oh, mate, yeah.
And I actually had Melbourne Storm to win 1-12 and the Lion plus 8.5 for the Eels.
The Eels, yeah, the Eels they're building nicely. I think Jason Riles is doing a good job.
I think it's just Moses coming back.
Yeah, exactly. The next
Simple as
year,
that. No
who
Dylan
knows?
Brown.
Yep.
But how long is Moses going to last? Once they lose him, they're back to last place.
Well, yeah. Anyway, we'll see.
Here we go. We're on.
Let's waste no time. We're going to cross the ditch straight away. The Warriors and the Dolphins this afternoon. 2:35. The Warriors. The Dolphins $1.60. The Lions 4.5. The Warriors, as you said, lost last week at home. Can't afford to do it again.
They've been in such good form, but what happens at Wars home? They just can't play at home.
They struggle.
Lost to the Titans.
Yes.
Lost to the Titans.
What's going on?
What doing? That is a what doing moment. The Dolphins on the other end, they had a bye, so they're ready to hit back, and I do love the form they are in.
Okay, so the Dolphins are finding some form, trying to fight for that top 8 finish as well. The Dolphins have covered the last 5 night games versus teams above them. The Dolphins have won the last 4 of 5 as well. They're building quite nicely. I think.
And both games that these two have had, their last 2, it's been a winner by like 2 points, 1-6 range. So it's going to be a very tight game, I think.
I think so as well. Try scorers for you. Nicarima has scored in his last seven games as the Dolphins' favourite. Herbie scored in his last 6 away games, and Hammer scored in his last 5.
Absolutely. They're all strike weapons. Nicarima back from a hamstring injury, though, so be wary of that. Hammer scores. Herbie always scores. And look out for the wingers. Avarillo on the left wing outside of Herbie. That's
He's got
money.
some wheels too. It's quite quick.
He does.
Or Jakey boy.
Wonder who's faster, Herbie or him, or Hammer, of course.
Who wins it, my friend?
Look, I think this is going to be a very tight game. There's going to be try scorers out on each wing. So I think you've got Sheck and Dallin possibilities of tries. And with the other team, you got Avarillo and Isako. I think it's going to be very high scoring. And I'm going with the Dolphins here. I think they're going to get it done.
Yep. As I said at the start of the year, the Dolphins make the 8. And I want them to get it done. So I'll back the Dolphins to win here. As you said, New Zealand seem to struggle at home. I'm not sure if it's the pressure or they just...
I don't know. I don't know if it's so much injuries either. They got Chance back, but in the halves they got Tana and Tamari Martin. So see how that goes. And I like the other half pairing, Nicarima and Katoa.
There we go. I'll go the Dolphins to win, Herbie to score, the Hammer to score, and I like Dallin with Tenny on the Warriors as well. Always finds one, the big dog. All right, let's go the Broncos and the Rabbitohs, $1.13. The Bronx, the Rabbitohs $6.20. The Lions 18.5. As we know, the pressure is building on the Bronx after last week.
Mate, 18.5 is very safe after watching last week. Broncos were shit house. What? And then on the other end, the Rabbitohs had no one, and they almost won their game.
They still don't. Now they've lost Jack Whiten again for 3 weeks, being suspended. So
they've got such a player, like all their stars are out, and last week was probably the best they've played.
100%.
So I think that 18.5 line is looking very nice. And if we're talking about the Broncos, Payne Haas is a possible injured this week.
Did you hear that? Yep.
On the other end, you've got Cobbo and Mariner on the wings.
Mariner scored in his last 3 versus the Bunnies as well.
And he's been tearing it up in the Queensland Cup. I do like Mariner. He's a spicy player for me.
So the Rabbitohs have, as we know, they've been struggling. They've lost their last 8 games as of late. Obviously, Brisbane lost last week, but they have also failed to cover the last 8 Friday night games at Suncorp Stadium. Billy Walters has scored in his last 3, and Dean Merritt, as I said, scored in his last 3 versus the Bunnies.
Beautiful. Surely, for me, on paper, Broncos get back at home tonight. I like that 18.5 and something to think about.
18.5 with the Bunnies, you're saying?
Yeah, with the Bunnies. I do like that.
Okay.
And think about this, Reynolds versus his own club, club again.
And obviously Wayne Bennett as well versus his own club.
Here we go.
Plenty of storylines there. Obviously all the pressure on Reece Walsh this week about, where is he going to pop it up? He's so injury prone, not injury prone, just error prone. Rocks and diamonds that man.
Last week.
Yeah, so I reckon there's a big one today. I reckon the Broncos will do a job here. I'll go Broncos to win, Walters to score again, Mariner to score, and Walsh to score a try.
Couple try scorers for you.
I like it.
You going on a Broncos on a tear?
I think so. I reckon they bounce back in a big way here. The Bunnies look just dead and buried for me. Broncos 13 plus. All right, let's go to the Titans and the Panthers at Seabus Super Stadium. The Titans $4.25, the Panthers $1.22, the Lions 13.5.
Look, the Panthers are back. We watched last week. Each week they've been building momentum. Dylan Edwards, I think he has a blinder against the Titans here. I like watching him play. Cleary's playing well. Even Garner and Martin in the second rowers. On the other end with the Titans, I like Fafita in the centres. He's been tearing it up.
Yep.
Sammy out that left wing. And also De Groot on the right wing. He's a decent player.
Yeah, he got some wheels as well. The Gold Coast have lost their last 9 versus reigning premiers. As we've seen, the Panthers on an absolute tear. They've covered their last 5. Their last 6 though, have gone under the total points. Jenkins scored in his last 4 away games, and Philip Sami has scored in his last 4 day games for the Titans.
That suits well. Sammy out that left edge does score. Foreign does love that cutout ball. So that's their strike zone there. And for the Penrith, I like both wings to score, Toto and Jenkins.
I like it. How do you see it playing out?
Look, Penrith win here, scores the total score over 45 points.
Yeah, I reckon a lot of points.
Yeah.
Well, it's meant to be wet tomorrow. We'll see, but I reckon it's going to be a bit of a shootout. I actually don't mind Panthers 1-12.
Ooh,
I reckon Titans
hey.
do enough to. I know, risky. I know.
Aye.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, they won once last week.
I know. Yeah, well, anyway. Panthers to win. Panthers in a close one. I'll take the Titans plus the points. Jenkins to score and Philip Sami to score as well.
What's the line there?
13.5.
13.5. We're going to have to explain to the people as well what the line means, because I get messages every week saying, what's the line mean?
If you don't know what the line is, you shouldn't be gambling at all.
Don't gamble responsibly.
I mean, we'll do gamble. Okay. The line is basically a handicap for head start. So basically, look at the game. It's 0-all. The game it's 13.5 to the Panthers because they have the
So the line is plus or minus 13.5. So if it's 13.5, Titans start on 13.5 points.
Correct.
And Penrith have to get more than that for that to play.
Yeah, they have to win by more than that.
Yeah.
And then the Titans can win than that. When we say Titans cover the number, they covered the 13.5 they got within.
There we go. That's explained.
Tell the
We have to
people.
break that down, and you have to put a different segment up.
Yeah, there you go. 13.5. I like that's a good number there. I'll take the Titans getting points at home to do a job. Panthers to win for both of us. Let's move it down to Wollongong. The Dragons $2.95. The Raiders $1.40. The Lions $7.5. The Raiders, mate, going for 10 in a row.
Weeks is him.
Yeah.
Weeks is a freak. Jamal Fogarty playing the house down. Their whole lineup is so good to watch. They're just in winning momentum. They're the premiership winners. It's looking like it.
Really? He's called it.
Yeah, it's looking like it. What do you do?
I'd love to see him win it, to be honest.
Well, Storm have lost Jerome Hughes. That's huge for me. And they were my number 1 team.
Yeah.
I don't know anymore.
Yeah, we'll see. The Raiders, as I said, they've been on an absolute tear. But on the other side, Tyrell Sloan scored in his last 4 tries, can find the chalk. Hudson Young scored in his last 4 of 5 versus the Dragons. And Ethan Strange scored in his last 4 of 5 as a favourite. You see the Raiders too good here?
Ooh, I do like. Yeah, I've got Raiders all day. Raiders full momentum. Look, the Dragons have been trying and they've been competing well, but they're just not winning.
No.
I do have same as here. Sloan try scorer. He scores.
I like it.
Weak scores. Raiders all the way home. Let's go, baby.
Bang, lock it in. Raiders too good for me. Let's go some try scorers. Sloan, Young, and Strange all cash in for some juice for the punters.
I like Strange for a try.
Yep, there we go. Lock that in as well. Let's go now. The Manly Seagulls $1.77. The Roosters $2.05. The Lions 2.5. DCE against probably his future club next year as well.
Who knows that?
Well, I think it will be.
Here we go. A bag of inconsistency. Both of these two teams. One day you're with Manly, one day you're Roosters, and the next they're not the same team.
Yeah.
And what happened last week with Manly? They played so good the week before, and then last week I think they scored 4 points.
Yeah, the Dogs destroyed them.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
The Roosters do the same sort of thing. So this is hard team to back or bet on. The Manly have gone in with such a heavy forward pack, and their outside backs are very much try scorers, as I say each week. And on paper, the Roosters look great.
They have, yeah, and they've got, of course, Chad Townsend announced his retirement during the week, mate.
Clap for that. About bloody time.
2016 Premiership winner, mate, you know. He was
Holy,
good back in his day.
That's crazy, man. That's
Okay.
crazy. But I'm happy with that. What about you?
Yeah, I think he's had his time. The home team have won the last 8 of 9 between these two, which is Manly in this case. Tupou scored in his last 6 games in Sydney. And Kula scored 1 try in his last 7 home games. We know Manly are so good at home.
They are good at home. Depends.
Actually,
They lost last week, yeah, so they'll probably win this week.
Yeah.
But Tupou under that high ball, every week I watch him just jump, take that ball, score. I'm like, effortless, smooth,
So good.
amazing.
All right, what do you see happens
Look,
here?
the halves here for me, Walker and Hugo Savala, they're not getting their halves right in the Roosters. Too many injuries or not the right combos. But I'm happy to see Walker and Hugo go back to back together. I'm not a big fan of Manly and Manly's halves at the moment, so I'm going with the Roosters to win. in a close one, 1-12, and Tupou for a meat pie.
Yeah, I'll join you on exactly that. The only thing I'll add in, though, is my boy Mark Nawangitawasi.
Absolutely.
Lock him for a try as
Look,
well.
I'm never going to say no to that.
Yeah.
He has the ability.
He's very good, Marky Mark. There we go. The Roosters to get it done. A bit of an upset there against the Manly Seagulls. See how that one pans out. Let's go now. The Tigers and the Bulldogs. $3.60 the Tigers, $1.30 the Dogs. The Lions, 11.5. All the chat this week. Lockie Galvin against the former club.
Here we go. Galvin against the Tigers. This is what we've all been waiting for.
Yep.
But if you dig deeper into this, there's a lot of ex-Penrith playing against each other.
True.
Turanuva, Coruscant, and they're up against Luai, and they're up against Burton,
Crichton?
Salmon, Crichton.
Wow, that's a good stat.
It is actually head-to-head ex-Penrith. I'm so looking forward to that. Here we go.
I like it. As we have seen, the Tigers, they are struggling. They lost the last 9 versus teams in the top 4. However, the Dogs have failed to cover the last 5 at Combank Stadium. And Jacob Preston, this man can find the chalk. Scored in his last 5 or 6 away games as well.
He is. He's a freak. Those back rowers for them are lethal. Look, Buller's back as well for the Tigers.
Yep.
I'm excited to see that. And a sad one for the Bulldogs. They've lost Connor Tracy. He's been tearing it up for them.
I know, a bit of an awkward injury if he's in his spleen or something.
Yeah, something's leaking.
Apparently it's 3 weeks. He can't do anything. He's just
Bedridden.
literally, yeah.
Wow, that would suck.
Not good. So who wins it? Can the Tigers do something here, mate?
I think they're going to be very competitive in this. Coruscant, Luai, they play their best, but the Dogs are fitter, they're faster. Dogs roll them. Look out for Stephen Crichton up against which May is out there? There's a May in the centre.
Terrell?
No,
Who's
that's
that?
the front rower.
Who's the
Tylan.
Oh, yeah. The
Talon.
tees. The tees. You're Talon.
Taylor May. Crichton goes over Taylor May. I think he's going to teach him a little lesson.
Ooh, I like it.
Schoolboy.
Okay.
Bang. Crichton scores.
Dogs too good. Crichton scores. Is that what you're telling
And
me?
look out for Jethro as well, the
Yep.
winger.
Okay.
I like that guy.
I like the Dogs to win here. I want the Tigers do enough to try and keep it close. Luai was trying to spark his side. If he said this week, Luai has come out, he wants to be a Tiger for life, he reckons.
Oh.
He's all in.
The bro's gone. Send him.
You don't
What's
like
that? What do you mean? Who wants to be a Tiger for life?
He does.
No, you don't. You don't want to be
No,
a
he
Tiger
wants
for
to-
life. You don't want to be a Tiger for
Yeah,
life.
well,
You want to be in performance. You want to play for the Storm. You want to play for those higher
But imagine,
clubs.
but imagine how good he would be if he could pull this team out of the bottom.
Mate, you're going to need more than Luai
I know.
to
I'm
pull
just
them out
saying,
of the
if he
bottom.
could do it, he'd become a legend.
That's honestly crazy. How are you in such a professional system like Penrith for that many years, and then you come out and say you want to be a Tiger? Hey, I want to be a last place.
He wants to
captain.
He wants to bring them back to the Premiership glory days, mate.
He's not him.
Okay.
He's not him.
No
brother.
belief. Okay.
He's not the Benny Barber. He's not the Jared Hayne. He's just the Jerome Luai.
All right, there we go. You heard it here first. Tigers do enough to keep it close to me. Plus the 11.5, but Dogs to win well. Preston scores a try, and the Dogs are looking the goods once again.
Doggies.
The final game of round 22. The Sharks $1.40. The Cowboys $2.95. The Lions 8.5. Two sides have been very inconsistent all season long.
Very weird, but the Sharks are very tough to beat at home.
Yes,
it
they
has
are.
been weird, hasn't
Very
it?
weird. Good way to describe
Very
it.
weird, especially the Cowboys. One day they can put on 56, the one day they can put on 6.
Yeah, you spot on.
Here we go. Nikora is back for the Sharks. On the other end, Bateman's back. Clifford and Dearden pair in the halves. Dearden's been in great form.
Yeah, unreal.
Two key matchups I like to look out for is Kennedy versus Drinkwater. I like that. I think Drinkwater's going to have a blinder, and the Sharks are going to be just too good at home.
Yeah, I think that's the big thing here, playing at home. The Cowboys always struggle here. They've covered the last 7 of 8 as a favourite versus the Cowboys. 4 or 5 have gone over the total points, which is 48.5 this weekend. So I reckon plenty of points.
Beauty. And what is the line for me, sir?
8.5.
That's a tough one to take. Look, I was leaning with the Sharks, 1-12 here.
Okay. Muatalo scored in his last 6 games versus the Cowboys, and your man, Scotty Drinkwater, scored in his last 4 or 5 as well. He's playing some good footy. I just can't get past the Sharks here at home. Too good.
Yeah, both on the Shark here.
Yep. I'll go Sharks. I'll go minus 8.5. I reckon Hines can do a job here and beat them convincingly 10 plus.
Surely.
Yep.
It's one of those games, they say that Sharks have such slow footy, and sometimes they build points, sometimes it comes
The
close.
issue was their attack last week was terrible, scoring 12 points against the Bunnies.
Oh, that is terrible.
Yeah, so that's my concern. But
I would
hopefully,
have given them more than minus 8.5 then.
yeah, I know. We'll see.
That's crazy.
What's your best bets, Regan?
Here we go. Best bets. I'm keeping them light because
Okay.
it's very inconsistent in the NRL. I'm going to keep it light for the people, light for our wallets.
Yep.
And they are empty.
Oh, no.
Here we go. Panthers head-to-head. Raiders head-to-head. We've got Tupou or Saab anytime try scorer. Either one of those. And the Dogs head-to-head. That's my best bet. $2.52.
Oh, he's keeping it short and sharp.
That's short and sharp, and I've got another one for you.
All right, what do you got?
Here's my second best bet. Here's a bit more odds. $11 odds,
Yep.
4-leg multi.
Okay.
Avarillo to score. Either Jenkins or Philip Sammy to score, A or B. We've got Tupou to score.
Yep.
That's 3. And we've got Crichton to score for the Bulldogs.
That's
4 legs, $11.
I like that.
That's worthy.
That's very good. Okay. I
Safe.
might lock that in for sure. There we go. Also, if you missed it, NRLW Magic Round this weekend in Newcastle.
All the
which was
women in
cool.
Magic
Yeah,
Round.
all at Newcastle, all teams. Great concept. Great to see. So,
I've caught up with a few of those games. I've been watching here and there.
yep. Okay, let's run through it then. The Titans and the Dogs.
Titans and the Dogs. Oh, I like the way the Dogs are playing. Close one, 1-12 Dogs.
Okay, I'll go Titans. They're finding some good form. Tigers, Roosters.
Roosters for sure.
Roosters
that's
are so
a
good.
13 plus. Roosters are good.
Poor Bass and Taya, they're having a tough
It's good
old
to
time.
see them out there.
Yeah,
though,
and Faith as well.
Faith in the number 6.
Yep. So, but the Trooks are very good to
They
watch. The Broncos and the Sharks.
Oh, that's a tight one, but the Broncos here.
I'll go Bronx as well. The Cowboys and the Warriors.
Oh, the Cowboys.
Yeah,
Cowboys doing it. Warriors.
Going good. The Knights and the Raiders. The Raiders have been woeful. Poor old so
That's it.
struggling.
Knights 13 plus.
Yeah, Knights do a job. And then the Eels and the Dragons.
Dragons.
Yeah,
Lockdown.
I'll go
Eels are
Dragons
not
as well.
that good at the moment.
No, they're not.
How
They're-
good's that Indy Bostock?
Yeah, she's got some wheels about her, eh? I commentated her playing nationals a few years ago.
Oh,
and
here
you
we
you
go.
just tell she was going to be something special.
Yeah, good.
Obviously, that Bostock family, they're talented, aren't they?
Oh, no, they're not bad. You like them. You
Very
might join
impressed.
them.
Well, I can't compete, mate.
Geordie Bostock.
I'm retired. Thank you. All right, there we go. NRLW Magic Round. Newcastle in round 22 in the books, ready to lock and load. Regan.
It feels great to be back,
Oh,
Geordie.
I missed you last week.
I like sitting next to you. Please
Good.
don't be busy next week. The people
Well, you were
missed
busy.
ya.
You were busy last week.
I missed ya.
Okay.
You don't miss out again. Here we are. That's Geordie Hughes. I'm the king. We're Media Vintage. That's us, baby.
See you next week.